Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating flesh. The people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just
America is many things to many people. To a 17-year-old kid, it's the malt shop on the corner. To Grandpa, it's the front porch in the cool of the evening. To Mother and her family, it's church on Sunday morning. And to Dad, it's his favorite relaxation. It's the Cracker Barrel philosophers in Crabtree Corners. And it's the tycoons in Wall Street. It's all races, creeds, and religions. It's freedom to work at the job you like. Freedom of speech and to peaceably assemble. Freedom to own property. Security from unlawful search or seizure.
What you want, flatfoot?
The right to a speedy and public trial. Protection against cruel punishments and excessive fines. The right to vote. And to worship God in your own way. It is these freedoms that have made America strong.
Okay, so we got our freedom. But management's lousing up everything.
Labor is at fault. It's ruining the country. My constituents, as your elected representative, I can assure you Labor's right. Management's right. I'm strictly neutral.
Labor, management, politicians, fooey. They can't tell corn from oats.
What?
Hurry, step right up, folks. Here's the answer to your problems. Dr. Utopia's sensational new discovery, ISM. Ism will cure any ailment of the body politic. It's terrific. It's tremendous. Once you swallow the contents of this bottle, you'll have the bountiful benefit of higher wages, shorter hours, and security. Enormous profits, no strikes. Remember, you're the big boss. Government control, no worry about votes. Name your own salary. Bigger crops, lower costs. Why, ISM even makes the weather perfect every day. And now then, because we are introducing this amazing item for the first time in this country, it isn't going to cost you 1 cent. All you have to do is sign this little scrap of paper, and you get your bottle absolutely free.
I hereby turn over to ISM Incorporated everything I have, including my freedom and the freedom of my children and my children's children, in return for which said ISM promises to take care of me forever.
Get out of the way!
Pardon me.
And who are you, my good man?
I'm John Q. Public.
Ah, my fine friend, you're just in time to share this generous and gigantic offer. Sign right here.
Mind if I read it first?
Hurry up,
Keep your shirts on, boys. Including my freedom. Freedom? Well, sign away my freedom. Why, this is ridiculous.
Don't be corny, brother.
Sure, our system of free enterprise isn't perfect. But before we throw it away for some imported double talk, let's turn the clock back a few years to see what it's done for us. For example, back in the 1890s, Joe Dokes was just a guy who liked to tinker around his barn. Some people thought Joe was lazy. Some even thought he was nuts. But one day, he had an idea. And because he was free to dream his dream and tinker, Joe had a chance to make something of himself and his idea. So, of course, some people didn't think so much of Joe's idea. But that didn't stop him. So Joe got some money from young Aunt Minnie and Uncle Angus and Grandpappy and Mr. Titus. When Joe's friends and relatives used their savings to help him buy tools and property, they were capitalists. Don't blush, folks. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Now, naturally, Joe needed some help. So he hired Willie Lumpkin, who was out of work anyway, and before long, Willie had the know-how and became skilled labor. Because capital, management, and labor worked together, Joe's idea grew. It grew and did things even he never dreamed of. Today, the automobile industry provides millions of jobs that never existed before. And remember, this is a story of only one industry. There are thousands more scattered all over the United States whose history of development is pretty much the same. We've built a country under the American system that sends more young people to high school and college than all the rest of the world combined. Why, even in the Depression, our wages bought more food, clothing, travel, and entertainment than the wages of any other people in the world. Our country has a national income equal to the total national incomes of any other 6 nation in the world. With only 7% of the Earth's people, we drive 70% of the world's automobiles. That's just a sample of the things the capitalistic system has given us in only 160 years. Before signing up, you boys ought to try a little taste of Dr. Ism's formula to see what you'd get in exchange for your freedom. Go ahead, try it.
You can't do this to me! I'll strike!
The state forbids strikes.
Wait till the union hears about this.
Ah, yes, the Union. Welcome to our ranks, number 1313.
I'll take this case to the Supreme Court.
The state is the Supreme Court. Our decision is as follows. No more private property. No more you.
The farm voted put a stop to this.
Farmers don't vote anymore.
What'll I do for seed next year?
You won't have to worry about next year. The state will do your planning from now on.
We must fight to regain our freedom, or everything is lost. Everything.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
When anybody preaches disunity, tries to pit one of us against the other through class warfare, race hatred, or religious intolerance, you know that person seeks to rob us of our freedom and destroy our very lives. And we know what to do about it.
And now, gentlemen, no violence, please. And don't throw those bottles. Don't throw those bottles.
Working together to produce an ever greater abundance of material and spiritual values for all. That is the secret of American prosperity.
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Well, hello, Mr. Stanton.
Ten, nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Humans of the internet, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. Give it up for your host, Andrew Danger Brennelson.
Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show. As J Money, the motherfucking hawk, Cacaw just said, I am Andrew, and I'm your luscious host. That was the thing that popped into my head. I am luscious.
That is an adjective.
If I had printing on my butt, it would say juicy. Let's get on that. I would like pants that say juicy on
because luscious is too many letters.
Yes. I have a kind of.
I think you have enough ass for luscious.
I have a tiny butt. It's tiny and weird. You think so? Yeah.
Luscious.
Sound of internet applause. His butt is fuzzy and cute. Everybody's clapping, right? I can. Good. This is the Monday Night Comedy Show. We are live. Oh, good. Fuzzy asses all around. Yep. Thanks for not making me feel bad. I really appreciate you guys. Welcome to Nano Taco Studios in North Minneapolis. Let's clap and cheer. Look indeed. This is our night before the election show, also known as November 2, also known as MNCS episode 596. We are fast approaching our 600th show. It seems like only 2 years ago, on a night just like this, we were celebrating 500 shows. And now we are more than that. And we'll do something fun and funky for you. We'll have really good comics just like we do every week. We have great comics. We have cool videos. Tonight's no different. We have comics like Wendy Mayberry. Oh, what? She's streaming in from her palace in western Wisconsin. I'm not sure of the exact city, but we got John Stark streaming in from his living room. We got Patrick Ryan Bauer, who is celebrating week 2 of 8 Comic in Residence, where he's writing all new material just for you guys. And we got Toby Shamu here in the studio live. We could touch him if we were allowed to touch faces, but we're not. Practicing social distancing. And a little bit later in the show, we got Wayne Burfine here in studio in Nano Taco Studios in North Minneapolis. So we're doing good. But of course, it being the night before the elections, we have to have a comic who knows a little bit more, who's really smart politically. So of course, we have Robert Burrell on our election night or election eve show. We do ask that everybody have fun tonight and comment in the comment section. Should we figure out where that is internet wise? Is it over here? Yeah. Is it? Yep. Am I touching it? Is that
as far as I know, you're touching it.
I am touching the comments. Anything down here? Anything? Is this? I don't know how this works. We've been hello.
Yeah, Mercy Gator said something about season 2 of American Chaos.
It is, yes. This is it. Yes, it is the end of season 1 and beginning. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Everybody's been getting 50 texts a day from various organizations reminding you to vote or asking if you did vote or maybe bring a friend tomorrow. If you do have the means, and somebody needs a ride to their polling place, give them a ride or hang out with them in line. Why not? You can bring crochet needles and yarn, or you can, bring a little portable DVD player and watch porn.
Bring soup for your family.
You can bring a thermos of soup. I said thermos. Yeah, don't forget your hand sanitizer, gloves, and mask. That's just sound advice, gang, because this is the world we live in. Oh, whoa. Thank you. But yeah, we have a great show tonight. It's it may or may not be political. It's going to be a little bit political. Secrets out, we lean a little bit to the left here at the Monday Night Comedy Show, but we want you to vote your heart as long as it's not for Trump, and have a lot of fun tonight. Okay, let's do this. Let's start the show as we often do by killing Whitey. This is Whitey, the Monday Night Comedy Show comedy bear. You might have been to many other comedy shows that have been running in the Twin Cities for over 13 years that have their own comedy bear, but this is ours. And we kill him. Well, what else would we do? So this is our 596 Monday Night Comedy Show. And this, of course, is Whitey, the now dead bear. Kill Whitey! All right. Now we put Whitey in the corner over here as a warning to other comedy show bears. You can't see him, but he's very happy there. And visceral and dead. So, what's next, Kruger?
Why, Andy, it's the book club.
Book club? Why, I don't know how to read. That's why we get others to do it for me. Do you like books? Why, yes. Everybody says they do. But
are you more literate than Andy?
Chances are you are, because I went to public school in Indiana.
Oh, they put Mike Pence in office.
No crush for me, Argentina. It was long before Pence was even a twinkle in all of those Cornhusker eyes. But we do have a book club where we read a page a week from a volume of forgotten lore. We have chosen Full House, Stephanie, Picture Me Famous, which is a book I found in a little free library while I was on a global pandemic walk with my son. Because if you don't take walks during the global pandemic, your muscles will atrophy while you're watching Supernatural season 4 in an 8-hour binge session. It's not healthy, the life I live, but no one ever said it was. We're on page 21. If you can believe that, we've been doing this for 21 weeks, and this is our global pandemic book that we've chosen. When we were back at Club Underground before the global pandemic happened, we were reading Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. That book, it got a little too risque, you know? People were getting just, saucy ideas. And no one? No, okay. I don't know. Saucy. Whatever. I'm sure in the comments we'll fix it in post and I'll be a better host. It'll be fine, gang. But what we're going to do is we're going to ask our friend Robert Burrell, streaming live from, I believe, Hudson, Wisconsin, to read page 21 of Picture Me Famous, the Stephanie Full House book. Take it away, Mr. Burrell.
All right. The melody is easy. Besides, he added, you've got a nice voice. A nice voice? Stephanie thought. That's news to me. Thanks, Uncle Jesse, she said. Jesse strummed a few chords. I'm trying to rework an oldie, make it a little more hip. Try it. Okay, Stephanie agreed. I'm not going to sing. I'll read it. It's a comedy show, but too much comedy can also be a bad thing. So I'm just going to read it. I ain't got that hurtin' feeling. Seeing you don't send me reeling, 'cause it's done. Woo. Oh, Jesse sang. Stephanie hummed along with him for a few more bars until a timer went off in the kitchen. Oops, Jesse said, setting the guitar back. Excited. Uncle Jesse, will you show me a few guitar chords? Sure, Jesse answered, heading back to the kitchen. There's the guitar. Play around with it a little. I'll give you a lesson later if you just keep your eyes on the boys. That was the
Give it up for Robert Burrell reading our book club page.
I think I just got canceled. I think reading that page just got me canceled. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Are we good? We're good. Okay. So is Robert on screen right now?
Yes.
And there's some sort of video happening and we can see him and He's now moving. Good. Now, folks, you might remember our first performer as the reader of page 21 of our book club book, mere moments ago. Put your hands together for Mr. Robert Burrell, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, my friends.
Thank you. Yeah, Andy, first off, keep it going for that writing, huh? I don't know what kind of books that guy's writing now, if he hasn't been canceled already with pages. Keep your eyes on the boys, Stephanie. I think Jesse should be the one in jail, not Aunt Becky. All right, here we go. All right. So yeah, obviously we got the election tomorrow. Everyone's announcing their endorsements. Biden got endorsed by The Rock. I don't know if you guys saw that, but not to be outdone, thanks to his handling of the virus, Trump picked up the support of The Undertaker, which I thought was not surprising. Everyone's going to have to make their own call with who to go with. Personally, I'd rather have a president that can't finish a sentence instead of one that should be serving at least 3 of them. That's my own take on that. Kind of thought we weren't going to have it. Trump got the virus. I thought he was going to die. Because the guy's fat and 70. Kennedy had a better chance against the bullet. Like, who'd have thought he would have pulled through? But I guess he was able to survive the virus thanks to his white blood cell supremacy. So he definitely had that working for him. Trump is so racist, he won't let his finances go into the black. There's another joke there for him. Amy Barrett recently got put on the Supreme Court. Amy is an originalist, which means that she believes we should look to the Founding Fathers' original intent. Meanwhile, the Founding Fathers are going, what the fuck is that woman doing on the Supreme Court? That's what they're thinking, because that was certainly not what they had intended at all. I don't think that the Founding Fathers would approve of Amy being on the Supreme Court, but she does own 2 black kids that aren't hers, and that's way more up their alley. So they probably support that more so than her presence on the court. How is it still lifetime appointments, right? Like, it made sense in the 1790s when the 3rd leading cause of death was bear attacks. Like, yeah, you could have lifetime appointments because no one's making it past 42, right? You don't need term limits when you have dysentery. Like, then it makes sense. I feel like we should probably update it, or at least I don't know, bring dysentery back. Let's see, QAnon. I got a QAnon joke. QAnon for the uninitiated, satanic pedophile group runs Washington. Only Trump can stand in their way. Satanic pedophile, which is kind of like a Catholic pedophile, but fake. So that's what a satanic pedophile is. It's cheap to go with the whole, like, okay, priests are pedophiles. I mean, it's very easy. I've already done several bits on it. I'm not surprised when priests are pedophiles, but I am surprised when pedophiles aren't priests. Because obvious, like, I think the act is horrible, but, like, here's a job, nay, profession, that exists solely to protect you from any consequences of this horrible behavior. And they're good at it. They're very good, almost undefeated, really. It's quite the astonishing win-loss record. They blow the Patriots. They make the Patriots blow them out of the water and get away with it. That's how great their record is with this thing. And if you are one, you're not, and you're saying no? Like, what are you doing? What? You're gonna risk it with your mustache and van? You think you're gonna have a better batting average with that, right? Here you got the golden Wonka ticket to the Boy Factory and the whole Catholic Church, and you're like, no, I'm gonna ride this thing out with my creepy vibe I have going. Like, that's gonna make me survive all these allegations without an army of lawyers. I think that alone is a testament to how lame church is, because that's really a few, I don't know, priest classes are all that standing in their way. You get the idea. I'm not going to belabor the point. Speaking of God, I have turned, like Andy, we're trying to find ways to stay calm during these trying times. And what I've been doing is listening to a lot of Christian music on the radio, because I find it soothing. This isn't ironic. I do find it soothing. But I will say in between the songs, they get pretty judgmental. which I don't care for. Because the guy will come on like, hey, I'm DJ WWJD, and you're listening to Christian music, fun for the whole family, suitable for the whole family. Like, I don't know. I feel like the phrase died for your sins is pretty heavy for a toddler. Like, I don't know if we need melodies about crucifixion for these kids in the back seat. Like, Mommy, who killed Jesus? Well, you did, honey, because you lie sometimes. And that's why a grown man had to get beaten to death. And that's why we go to church on Sunday, because you're not perfect. Also, you'll see like these testimonials. And I heard one where this guy's like, oh, Lord, please soften my wife's heart so I can get my marriage back on track. And it's like, that. What if you were a fucking asshole? Like, why is that shouldn't be, maybe you should be alone depending on what you did, right? And it got me thinking that most of what organized religion is just trying to train women to put up with men's shit. I had to write this down because I don't have it memorized. But like, you know, because it just gives men an excuse to be awful, and then it's like, you know, but we sin. You're committed, right? It's like, oh, all men fall short of the glory of God, and sometimes they fall into your cousin's pussy and wipe up with a decorative towel. You have to forgive him. You have to forgive him because God hates divorce way more than he does dudes cheating. All right, that's an Exodus. You should ask yourself what you could have done differently, right? Had you been there, he would have used the right towel. Okay, that's your fault. Why does he need to look to your cousin for love? Aren't you putting out any more? You're supposed to. Oh, what? Because you just don't want to? I got news for you. A woman was made from a rib, not a backbone. So less talking, more. That's according to the Book of Shrew, which is, I think, Old Testament. I'm just going to go on as if I were doing well. Kneeling. I don't know. How much time have I been doing? Am I doing good? Little bit?
Like, you got a couple minutes left?
Couple. Kneeling. People are still, I feel like, am I walking anybody? Am I helping fight the virus by decreasing the size of the attendance at the studio? Have I walked 2 people and made it safer for everyone else that's there? I don't know why jokes work. Kneeling is still pissing some people off. Guys are still upset about the kneeling, which I think is funny, where they're like, hey, come on, don't bring police brutality into this delightful sport where grown men beat the shit out of each other for 3 hours, okay? That's no place for police. Keep your politics out of this taxpayer-funded stadium, please, all right? We got more. And you notice how it's always football games that happens? It's the only sport where there's basketball, very progressive, no one cares. Baseball, who watches baseball games? No one knows how those start. Golf, I want to know. Golf, I feel like, is sliding by pretty easy, right? All golf is one long moment of silence. It's like, what are they protesting? It's got to be something, right? No one's supposed to be quiet. NASCAR is different. NASCAR, they have to start every race by pleading with their fans to not restart the Civil War. That's how those races start. The argument that I don't get with kneeling is when people say things like, oh, well, it's disrespectful to the troops. Oh, the troops can't stand it. It's disrespectful to the troops. It's like, I don't think the troops give a shit. Honestly, I think they're way too busy sexually harassing the shit out of each other to care whether or not the Cincinnati Bengals, they're trying to get each other on their knees to care whether or not the, Detroit Lions are doing it on a Thursday. And if you don't think the military has a sexual harassment problem, let me remind everyone watching that the term they use to describe all their new people is privates. You don't think that's a big red flag right there? You don't think that's what they're after, right? Everyone starts out as a private, and then if they can keep a secret long enough, they get promoted to genital. So that's how the chain of command works in the military. I know some people aren't taking the virus seriously. Kirk Cousins, they asked him at the start of the season what his thoughts were on playing during a pandemic. He said, if I die, I die. And all Vikings fans went, cool. All right, let's do it. Let's see how this goes, man. We got a backup, right? No, I don't think Kirk is taking the virus too seriously, but I also think he's just jealous of how much better the virus is at spotting an open receiver. Much higher completion percentage than Kirk has. I have a cousin. She's rabidly anti-mask. She gives me the statistics like, oh, it cuts off 18% of your oxygen. Like, well, where are you shopping? Underwater? Like, I think you're going to be okay. I know it's called Old Navy, but lastly, I'll say this. A few people are doing their part. Gas stations. I've seen signs outside gas stations. They got big signs that say free coffee for medical staff, which, that's just not really thoughtful at all, actually, if you think about it, because what is that saying? Like, oh, hey, medical personnel, you're going toe-to-toe with this virus 16 hours a day. You know what you can have on the house? The cheapest shit in this whole store. That's on us, baby. Normally, it's $1.07. We'll eat it. Worst coffee known to man. We're going to pay for it. That's on us. You can take as much as you want. The batteries are still $9. It is a gas station. It's non-negotiable. But the worst coffee you've ever had in your life, on us. On us, baby. I don't think I would trust the opinion of any doctor that drank gas station coffee. Right? Like, it can't be the reason they got into medicine, but I'd have to imagine that a perk would be not having to drink gas station coffee. All right, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Robert Burrell.
Yes! Robert Burrell, folks. That was Robert Burrell. Now, if you've noticed, we had a little bit of trouble with Facebook kicking us off during Robert's set. We don't know if we're back or not, but Facebook most likely kicked us off because Robert claimed to be Hunter Biden.
Oh, God damn it.
Jesus, Robert.
These things do happen sometimes in this politically charged climate. Facebook doesn't like people impersonating or streaming.
Go to hell, Zuckerberg. Go to hell. Go to hell.
But we do have a YouTube channel that you can go to. Just go to YouTube, look up the Monday Night Comedy Show, and what a great time to subscribe to our channel so we can bug you from afar. But one more time, Robert Burrell, everyone. Yes! Yes! Woo! We're going to have Robert hopefully in studio here in the coming weeks because we miss him, and he gives good hugs. He just looks like, I've never hugged him, but he just looks like someone who would make me happy if I hugged him. We also have to give him this suitable for framing certificate of completion for reading page 21 of our Monday Night Comedy Show book club book, Picture Me Famous, the novel based on the middle Tanner daughter from TV's Full House. All right. So that's our show. No, we have more. We have what? We have more. We do. We have lots of videos and we have more comics in the queue, as it were, and we're looking forward to all of them. Next up is we're going to show a video. Now we showed this video last week, but it has reached a lot of traction on the internet. The most popular out of the entire series so far. It's called Right Culture. This is episode 7. Again, you watched this last week if you watched the Monday Night Comedy Show, but it's from Vane Mainstream, someone that I highly suggest you go on YouTube and you subscribe to his channel or go to Facebook and like it and, of course, follow everything that he does. We have episode 8 on the queue. We're going to show that later in the show, but we wanted to replay episode 7. Right Culture, episode 7, all made up from Vain Mainstream. Please enjoy.
Okay, now I am recording audio, so don't do anything that you'll regret.
Deal.
Okay, now I am recording audio, so don't do anything that you'll regret.
Deal.
You're a Nazi when you push on me, aiming to control the truth. And every goddamn sheep living sound asleep will only get what they're due. And you want it all so clean, sanitize and sterilize what I do. Then a new vaccine, it doesn't really know what it seems now. The poison and the microchip and me and you'll never sell me of environmental change. Shovel shit and snow, I know it's going down. I wonder who you serve when you claim the earth is cursed. I see it's bad, the evidence is all around. We can stop this fascist taking over. We can offer academic closure now. We can separate the simple truth and complex lies. You can't change my mind because it's all made up. Propaganda of a journalist decree. It's got you buying globalism isn't bad. It's the deepest state running Peter Gates under MSDNC and CNN's command. I promise you these words are true news, but research is foolproof. With each search on YouTube, I'm getting more and more informed. I just need to go to arms. Dear leader, tell me who to harm. Any opposition, you've been warned. I'm gonna stop these fascists taking over. Proper action, getting closer now. Weapons automatic and it's loaded to the nines. You can't change my mind because it's all made up. No time now to talk about it. No time now to think it through. There ain't a good way to walk around it. Everybody in down to the boogaloo. You come along or you can't be trusted. You never show when you're overheard. It's only justice. You get what you fucking deserve. The Holocaust, it never even happened. And all the times it's Sandy Hook acting, yeah. They use the populace of immigrants to replace whites. You can't change my mind because it's a made up. Yeah, but the liberal mob is deep in the crisis. And the anti-fires are sleeping, so we're ISIS. Barack Obama definitely is the Antichrist. And you can't change my mind because it's a made up. I already know it's gonna live, but you should die. You can't change my mind because that's how they die. When I kill coming to the trap tonight, I can totally justify, cause it's all it out. Yeah, yeah. You're not see when you tread on me, aiming to control the boots. And every goddamn sheep that I put to sleep is only getting what they do. Oh, oh, oh. I'm just playing around, you know I love
Folks, that was Vain Mainstream, Right Culture, Episode 7, which we eventually got. Sorry for the technical delay. No big deal, though. We fly casual here at the Monday Night Comedy Show. So, once again, Vain Mainstream, go on YouTube, subscribe, and look at all of the videos. About 8 videos now. Every week up until tomorrow, big day, also known as Judgment Day, where robots come back and try to kill John Connor when he's a kid. So, make sure you follow him on Facebook as well. We have episode 8 coming up later in the show. We want you to stick around and watch. And thank you to everybody who's commenting and understanding why sometimes Facebook is finicky and a bunch of rat bastards, and they kicked us out. I don't know if we're back on Facebook or not, but we are on YouTube on our Monday Night Comedy Show YouTube channel. So please follow all the links that we've been posting on Facebook. And, you know, sucks to your asthma on Facebook. You know what? You don't get to have us tonight. So thank you for your patience. We really do appreciate it. Coming up next, is Wendy available? Is she ready?
Yes. Hello.
Yep, she's good to go.
Oh, she's so good to go because she's the best. Folks, you're going to love your next comic. We love her at the Monday. Put your hands together. Everybody start freaking out for Wendy Mayberry!
Freak out. Okay. So my kid is actually still awake because I'm Mother of the Year and has been listening to the set and very much enjoyed Robert Barill's joke about privates, because that's what we call those around our house. And he was like, touched in the privates. I'm like, you have been listening to a lot of comedy. Some people would say I'm doing it right. I'm probably doing it really wrong. Hi, how are you? It's month forever of the pandemic. And my son was exposed to COVID. Woot woot. So we are actually chilling our heels at home together for only another 4 days. Not that anyone's counting. We spent too much time together. Last night on the way to bed, he was like, you have a wobbly butt. And I was like, all moms have wobbly butts. And he went, no, they don't. Not all moms. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. We need more time alone. That needs to happen. The other day too, when like when the first couple of days of COVID, of our quarantine, because that meant he missed Halloween. My birthday is tomorrow. It's just, he looked at me and he goes, why is life so hard? Like, why is it so hard? My toenails, they grow really fast and you're always trying to cut them. You have it so good. You have it so good, little white boy. Mr. Why is life so hard? I screwed up the other day. It rained really hard. So here's what happened. I have a stick on my skylight, and my dad thought it would be great before he took off to Florida, because the COVID cases spiked here in Wisconsin, and Florida seems so much safer with the whole no mask thing. Decided to cut off a tree branch on my skylight, which hit the gutter, which bent the gutter, which put water on my back door. How many times have you seen Titanic? I've seen it a whole lot of times. When the water is coming underneath the door of Titanic, don't open the door. But yet, strangely, when I walked downstairs and my cat was licking water outside of my door, I just opened it and like 8 inches of water came flooding in and knocked out our internet. And my kid's addicted to the internet. So now we're quarantined, no internet. And he looks at me and he goes, this is all your fault for opening the door. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes people make mistakes. He's like, you make a lot of mistakes. I'm like, as soon as we're done with quarantine, I'm turning you back in. I heard redheads are worth a lot on the open market. My therapist has given me some cards to try their thoughts, because I have a lot of anxiety right now. I'm sure lots of people do. Their thoughts on them, and they're supposed to calm you down. I do not find them calming, so I thought I would just try them on you guys and see if you find these thoughts calming. The first one says, Thoughts aren't personal. They just appear like raindrops. You wouldn't argue with a raindrop, would you? Yes. Yes, I would. I would argue with a raindrop. That doesn't, I fucking argue that. Okay. There's no new stressful thoughts. They're all recycled. So that's great. I'm unoriginal. And at least I'm not ruining the planet with all my new thoughts. I just have the same old shitty thoughts over and over and over again that no one wants. They're all recycled. Why is recycled thoughts supposed to make you feel better that you're not original? Okay. This is great. This is really good. It's you are the cause of all the suffering that exists in the world. Why would you give this to anybody that's feeling sad? How could you possibly give this to anyone that's feeling sad? Thanks, Abby. And what it means is that you're making yourself suffer and no one can make you suffer. It's just, you are stuff, but you're the cause of all the suffering. So everything that happened this year, it's your fault. Pay money for this. Oh, this is great. If you want to see the love of your life, look in the mirror. It's disappointing. I'm just really disappointed right now. Like my son even looked at me the other day and he goes, is this it? Like, can we get a dog or anything? Can we adopt another kid or this is it? Okay. And then this is the last one I pulled. And I don't hear any laughter, which is making me sad because I heard people laughing with Robert Burrell's stuff, which means I'm just going to have to go jump off a bridge. Marry yourself because then you've married us because we are you. What the actual is this? So I have found out during the quarantine that I have a problem because I need everybody to like me. And if they don't like me, I'm really sad about it. And that's hard because a lot of people just don't. And also my sister-in-law's bought a pig. My sister-in-law bought a pig that she wants to keep as a pet that we can't use for bacon. And it's a baby pig. And she wants people to name it. So some of us have been out of work. Some of us are buying baby pigs for sport. She had a ferret once. You guys have all heard about that ferret. So I just can't wait to have that. I invented a new app called the Excommunicator. It's really good. So if you break up with somebody and you type in, like, I really miss you. Like, so it shows if you send a text to your ex, like after 2 a.m., it just like deletes it. It doesn't let you send it. If you someone like, hey, where are you? I miss you. It just sends something. I got a promotion. I'm having the best day of my life. And then text like a really hot picture of a new guy. This is my new boyfriend. So it keeps it down to 20 words a minute. I think, I know, right? That suffering card. You are the cause of all the suffering in the world. My birthday is tomorrow. Grayson just asked me this morning how old I was. I told him and he goes, oh, I thought you were 30. Oh my God. And then he said to me tonight at dinner, when you pass away, can I have this stuff? And I'm like, great, because I'm old. I'm an old mom. That's what I got out of that. My mom's unhappy, of course, that I'm still on Tinder, not for the COVID exposure, but just because she doesn't know those people. She's like, I don't understand why you have to date strangers. I'm like, Mama, our cousins don't live up here. So that's what we do. Grayson's still not putting on pants. Here's what happened. The pandemic happened and he didn't want to wear pants. He was naked from the waist down for quite a while. Then I started being naked from the waist down. I'm wearing pajama bottoms right now and no bra because who cares anymore? But then he went back to school and started wearing pants. But now we don't have school again. So he's naked all the time. I don't think he believes in a permanent record. I don't think it matters to him anymore. Like, oh, you kicked me out of school? Go to mom's school? She starts drinking at noon? Oh, super afraid. She's promoting me because she's not doing first grade again. Do you guys know first grade spelling words? They're cat, mat, sat, bat. And you have to repeat them over and over again. I don't know how first grade teachers don't do a lot of drugs. Anyway, that's what I'm working on. I stole a car back when you could still do cool shit. Have you ever, by the way, traveled right now? Because I had to take a flight the other day. It's never been a better time in the world if you're germophobic. This is your moment. This is your moment you've been praying about forever because every 5 steps is antibacterial goop. And it's like and you can just slather it on people. It's very sexy. It's the best. I stole a car, though, the other day. I got in the wrong rental car, and I drove it for an hour and a half before I realized that I stole it. And then I realized I stole it because I realized that the car I was in had a sunroof and the wrong amount of doors. I was like, this is not my car. And so I beat it back. And the guy who was at the valet, I'm like, oh my God, you gave me the wrong car. And he goes, you just got in it. And I'm like, you let me get in it. And he goes, I can't stop a middle-aged white lady on a mission. I'm like, touche. That is probably true. He's like, you can't tell anyone. I'm like, no problem. So I actually just threw a pair of underwear in the back seat. I figured I'm going to really turn up the marriage of people who get back in that car. Speaking of that, I only have a few more minutes to go, but I want to tell you something my parents brought up recently. My dad was in Korea for a year at the military when I was 8 years old. When he came home, I thought it would be super fun to heckle my parents' marriage. So at dinner, I said stuff like, hey, do we still have to call those other guys daddy? And then like a night later, I was like, why doesn't Tim come around anymore? Where's Tim? You used to say he was really fun. And then I would just keep making these comments. This just says a testament to how good my parents' marriage are. Because that would break people up today. I think it'd break them up. Mom and dad just looked at each other like, she's insane. She's just going to do that. I'm surprised I didn't get beat as a child. This feels like doing stand-up comedy in your mirror, which is always great, which means I always start to circle the drain. But I'm super excited about P-Bow because he has a really fantastic headset and great facial hair. So that is coming up. I'm going to tell you one more joke and then I'm going to get out of here. What should I tell you about? I was thinking the other day about, I can't tell that one because that person's on there. Let's do this. I'm going to tell you this one. I'll get out of here. That little video that they showed rung a lot of bells for me because it looked like it was videoed here in Western Wisconsin because I knew that there were Second Amendment people, but I didn't know that there were grenade people. Like, did you guys know there's grenade people? There are. And someone gave me a grenade earlier, and I'm like, I have a toddler. I don't need a grenade. Have you guys seen me with regular shit? I don't need explosives. Like, I don't need incendiary devices. So I just stuck it in my friend's backpack and didn't tell him about it because I wanted to keep it away from our kids. And so he went to the airport with his grenade-filled backpack, and I didn't tell him about it. You're welcome for playing YouTube. And so this is how he tells it. And by the way, if you are a cat fan, my cat is actually knocking on the window to get into the show. Should we just, here, I'll just let him in. Okay. Anyway, really fast. So he went to the airport, and come on. Incoming cat, sorry. Okay. Went to the airport, put up his, I know, it's really cute. There's a little, by the way, there's a thing saying everyone can see you. I'm like, yeah, I know. Okay. Went to the airport, Minneapolis, put his bag up on the thing, and all of a sudden he goes, people came out with guns drawn and grenades, and yelled at me and was like, what is in your backpack? And he was like, t-shirt, shorts. What else is in your backpack? Phone, charger. Are there grenades in your backpack? Oh, yeah, there might be a grenade. And I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how did you get out of it? And this is like white guy privilege. He still got to fly afterwards. I'm like, are you going to tell people that you brought grenades to the airport? He was like, no. I don't tell stories where I look like an asshole. I'm like, oh my God, I do. I'm a comedian. I'm telling all the stories, all of them. But here's the kicker. I immediately Googled how much it costs. Do you guys know it's $14,000 per grenade? That's a $28,000 prank I played. $28,000 is one good night in Vegas. $28,000 in Western Wisconsin is a year's worth of anal sex without lube. That's a very large price to pay. Anyway, I'm Winnie Mayberry. I ended on that joke. Oh, thanks, Dave Bernabase. I hope you guys have a great night and you're staying safe and you're not quarantined like me and that you're all COVID free. Thanks for having me Monday nights.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Wendy Mayberry.
On behalf of the Monday Night Comedy Show, I want to sing our official happy birthday song, not only to you, but our friend Shane Smith here in studio celebrated his birthday on the 30th, Shane? Was it? So it's like a birthday sandwich. Here the meat, you guys in the bed, and we don't sing happy birthday, as you know, because we don't have the rights. We don't have the rights to this song that we sing, but we don't care because Facebook already kicked us off. Thanks, Robert. So we sing Stairway to Heaven. So I'm going to bring Shane up here so you can see me. And then we're also singing to, well, there's no camera in the darkness, Shane. Come up on stage. All right. Stand 6 feet away. 6 feet. Here we go. I don't know if you can see Shane, but can't touch. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lady who says all that matters. I'm just reading Kruger's lips. She's buying Stairway Monday, babe. Yeah, that's when she gets all her clothes. What if there's no what's in my nose and baby, I dig those bell bottoms. There's back in stop. Oh, the humming. And she's buying a stairway. Everybody get high. To heaven. Don't leave. Sail away, sail away, sail away. That could be the new. That could be the new song. That could be. All right. That was Led Zeppelin. Nice. I could have sworn it was. No, I'm pretty sure that was the Archies. That is the.
Absolutely correct.
Yes. That. Happy birthday, Shane and Wendy. Let's clap. Now you can leave. If you have a birthday and you'd like us to sing that song that I've never bothered to learn the words to, except for the humming part, that's just easy. And then you do the tra la 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 at the end, like the American Idol. That's fine. I'm like that one fellow who sang with the competition and won.
Yes,
With the Gwen Stefani. That is who I was channeling. And also, who's the one with the Christmas song with the Sean Connery? Always Be My Baby by Sean Connery. That's the one. Good, Sean Connery. Anyway, yeah. So happy birthday to Shane. Happy birthday to Wendy. Wendy has an album on Stand Up Records called She's Not From Around Here. And you can get it on standuprecords.com. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Apple Music. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Napster, on MySpace. You can get it on LiveJournal and anywhere. Netscape, Prodigy.net, ICQ. You can just.
Can you get it on the Rambling Host app?
The Rambling Host app is an exclusive app that you have to be union. And once we hit our 600 show, then I will be in the show hosting union, and I'll start getting delicious respect. Speaking of delicious respect, we have a program here at the Monday Night Comedy Show called the Comic in Residence program. We brought it back due to popular demand and need for content. Where a comic dedicates not 1, not 4, but 8 weeks of his or her life or their life, where they write 5 minutes of new material just for the discerning taste of the audience and not for anyone else. They don't perform it anywhere else because everyone else is closed. We're the only place in town that does comedy anymore because we're in a bunker. Anyway, here to do 5 minutes. This is his week 2 of 8. Everybody start freaking out for our friend, our eye in the sky. His name, Patrick Ryan Bauer.
Greetings and salutations. I believe I tested the mic before this started, so I hope to God you can actually fucking hear me. I decided, because I felt like what I wrote was maybe just going to be a little short on time. Of course, knowing me, it was actually 2 minutes over. But I found a classic comic in residence little joke file here that I wanted to share with you guys. So without further ado, here we go. Bukkake, but the chick is blindfolded, and half the guys have been drinking Pepsi all day, and the other half have been drinking off-brand cola. It's an idea. Let's see what else we got here. Right. Bukkake right? Huh? But the dudes are blindfolded and they're just shooting loads all over each other while the chick watches. Maybe has some popcorn. What else here? What do we got here? Bukkake, but it's only one guy with 25 dicks. So, yeah, I know you're glad I found that little chestnut and shared it with everybody. So, because I was hard up for ideas to write about, I wrote about the goddamn fucking pandemic. Now, I'm sorry about that because I'm sure every hackster on the planet has done this, but I actually was thinking about this because my life, I'm a delivery driver, so life's been a little normal, but I realized there are a couple of things that I've been missing. One of which is comic book conventions. I miss them terribly. I miss comic book conventions. On the other hand, I have seen 0 Joker cosplays this year. So it's kind of a, you know what I mean, half a win. Not that there's ever a right time for a pandemic that requires quarantine, but if there was, it would be immediately after some shitty art house serious Joker flip dropped. I mean, thank you, pandemic, for sparing me from that. And I do a lot of my shopping at thrift stores, and they are fresh out of brown suits, so they're waiting. We're gonna see them eventually. They'll be out, unless of course they commit suicide or anything, which is fine. That's fine. They're Joker cosplayers. But yeah, comic book conventions I miss. Sure, I can get new comic books every Wednesday at 10:01 a.m. But I need a community center filled with overpriced key issues and terribly underpriced bargain bins where I can buy like an entire run of Machine Man for $5. Oh, this is my cat Betty. Hi, Betty. So that's happening. But I can't get there right now. I'm not getting my bargain bins. I can still buy drugs, and drugs are illegal. All I have to do is just pick up the phone and be like, beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. You don't really have to do that. I make the sound when I use the phone. You go, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, hey, man, I need some drugs. And they're like, yo, I got you, fam. And it's like, sweet. And I'm just spend the evening staring at the bathroom mirror, watching my face melt. That's awesome. I'd have better luck buying a fucking Filipino boy online than I would finding that Destroyer Duck number 6 at the price I want it for. It's fucking bullshit. I miss the big conventions too. I miss the fun rager conventions, where any moment you're gonna wander into the hotel bathroom and find the Wonder Twins fucking each other. That's the first laugh I got, complete with Gleek too. By the way, I might add. I don't know how they got that monkey in there. How they dyed it purple. Well, I'm about to get out of here, but I figured I'd close on one more little classic comic in residence joke that I found. This one was kind of a timely one at the time, much like the bullshit you just heard. But how about that crazy asshole that threw that kid over the balcony at the Mall of America, huh? Fuck that guy. Yeah, right? The only way that story could have been more sad is if a trip to the mall was that kid's make-a-wish. Anyway, hey, have a good night, everybody. I've been P-Bow. Did it?
Boy, humans of the internet, give it up for Patrick Ryan Bauer.
Yes, the quality that we had come to expect from Patrick Ryan Bauer. Your comic in residence currently doing, that was his second week of 8, classic comic in residence.
It was mostly new.
If we were in front of an audience full of comics, which is usually our jam, I would ask them how many people have done the comic in residence program, and half the audience would clap. So hopefully comics in the Twin Cities have used the material that we came up with for the comic in residence that they did, and we are looking for more comic in residences. So
after tonight, yes, I understand.
We're good with 2, up to 2 more. What? 8 weeks, 5 minutes of new material each week, written by you. And maybe you plug the show and say, hey, I'm doing this thing that's online. That would be neat if that happened.
A black one.
not required, but
us.
help us. Yes. Wouldn't it be lovely if comics? Anyway, I do want to take a moment to say, if you are having a fun time tonight, or at least you finally peaked and you're tripping balls and you're like you stumbled upon us, why not waste all your money and tip the performers that you've seen tonight at Venmo.com/ the Monday Night Comedy Show. I forget what the link is. It must have been taken. Yeah, there's a Monday Night Comedy Show in Kentucky and in Germany somewhere, but they don't have an online presence like we do. I don't even know what the fuck is Facebook. Have they still blocked us? Are we? Oh, really? We are. So hopefully you're watching this on Hunter Biden, because we had Hunter Biden earlier on the show. From his home.
Before the election.
Yeah.
What could
go wrong? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, November 5th is a big important date because it's one of our.
There is a penis on the screen.
Penis on the screen?
Are we supposed to?
Is it like?
It's like
Really?
school style.
Okay. Just a good old fashioned
Man.
dick pic.
I appreciate the kids joined the balls though. That's a.
Oh, now it's gone. Oh.
Patrick, put it up on the screen.
Anyway, November 5th is St. May of the Underground's birthday. Hopefully she will be here next week so we can actually sing to her. What's happening? What is?
Oh man! Oh no! I think that went your ear.
Oh, my keyboard. Never mind. Everything's fine.
Wow. I can actually see it from the monitor across the way. That actually looks good. Good space work, everybody. Top notch. You obviously paid hundreds of dollars for an improvisation class or two.
That's what I forgot to do.
Up to 8 levels. It could be yours. Anyway, what is next? John Stark is next, folks. John Stark. What can you say about John Stark except that he's John Starkey, and I'm told that he is actually in the virtual studio and ready to perform, and just waiting for me to give him the best introduction I've ever given any comic in my life.
Andy, look at me.
Yeah.
Okay, if you look at me, it
All right.
looks like you're looking just at John Stark.
Hey, John. Am I touching him?
Close.
Really?
Can you hear me?
He doesn't have like a picture of a dick or something, and I'm just like stroking it. Can we make that happen? John, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm touching
it's
you.
Working. It's very nice. I appreciate it a lot.
All right.
It's very tender. I appreciate.
John, welcome to the Monday Night Comedy Show.
Sure.
I'm gonna wait. Here we go. What's there? Wait. There's a delay in the monitor that I'm seeing, so I don't know if this is live or not. Okay. Why don't we let
the internet, John Stark?
John Stark?
Hey. I have no idea if you can hear me because interacting with Andy is so surreal. And Kruger, your mic is muted, so I can only hear you through Andy's monitor or whatever. It's
better that way.
just faith. Just going forward on blind faith. I'm really excited about my fucking up my 30th high school reunion next year.
Yeah.
My graduating class of 1991 is from Sturgis Brown High School in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Oh man.
So I guess I'm just gonna dress as the Grim Reaper. This is start. They're gonna be so upset when I show up looking like this. It's the end of the world tomorrow, you guys. Is everybody excited about the end of the world tomorrow? Finally, after all of this, we get to finally see how it ends. it's been hard to be in the quarantine with the end of the world happening. I studied this in graduate school. I have a degree in theology, and my focus of study was eschatology, which is the study of the end times, more or less. And now it's actually happening, and I can't go outside, which is a bummer to like spend your it's my life's work, and I have to stay indoors for it. There's no conferences. All the conferences are virtual. Do you know how much drinking there used to be at conferences? This should have been my year. This should have been it, and it's nothing. It's the end of the world because of all the everything. The one thing that though I checked out of presidential politics for the most part, a few months ago, like everyone else, and like the one thing that has been a saving grace for me in this year's presidential run has been the calling, bringing to national attention of Marianne Williamson. Like, does anybody else just love Marianne Williamson a little bit? I mean, I don't think she's going to be like an effective leader for the presidency of the U.S. empire, but maybe since the empire is coming apart, like whatever like weird state that she winds up running a few years down the road could be really exciting and dope. She's so weird, which makes her the perfect candidate for somebody, like me, except, I actually pay attention to policy, so I'm a little concerned. But, have you noticed how weird she talks? Like what her voice like sounds like? I might do an impression a little bit, but it's not a real, it's more like an impersonation. Like I feel freighted with her spirit. Such a weird accent. She's from Houston, right? So she's occasionally like puts on a Houston accent, but most of the time she does that like weird mid-Atlantic thing where she sounds like one of those ladies from a 40s or 50s movie or something. Like she sounds like, I don't know, like Katharine Hepburn striding into a newsroom to declare, this is this is how it's gonna be. See, but she says weird new agey shit, right? She says things like with that accent. She's like, we have to touch our inner selves. You see, we have to. we have to embrace our heart chakras. You see, we got to open all of our eyes from the cosmic to the root. We have to find our inner selves. See, and I'm going to work on that impersonation because there's going to be a lot of opportunities in the whatever like weird city state that they let her run after the crack up. It's been hard writing jokes is what I'm saying. It's hard writing jokes in a pandemic, in an election year. I've had so much difficulty with writing new material because I don't want to go out and practice it. So, and I do write a bit on stage, so it's kind of fucked up, right? I wrote a joke in a dream the other day. I wrote a joke in a dream, and I was so excited because normally when I dream things, I don't really retain them, and I thought I had a joke, and it made me laugh out loud, and that's sort of how I woke up. I woke up, and I had this joke, and I was so excited, and then I was like telling it to my friend, and she said, oh yeah, that sounds like that bit from the Wesley Snipes comedy special. And I was like, oh no, I stole a joke. I fell asleep and I was dreaming, and I stole a joke from this comedy special that I must have heard while I was asleep. And then I woke up for real. You guys, I had a dream within a dream, and 2 layers down, like some kind of Inception shit, 2 layers down, I wrote a joke that made me laugh hard enough to wake me up. And when I woke up, I was so relieved. I was so relieved that I had written something that was actually funny, right? I was so excited. And I was super excited that I had just had like an Inception dream, that I'd had like a dream within a dream. And like, I was kind of shaking off the fogginess of realization that I'd had a dream about dreaming about telling a joke that was good enough to make me laugh. And then I blurted the joke out, and it was like, do you think that my teenage bully is an alcoholic now, or is he just dead? And that's not a joke, you guys. I can't even write jokes in my dreams. Like, that's how constrained our reality has gotten. I got so excited. I finally broke through into this like Inception world, and I can't even steal a good joke. And at no point during this process did I ever question the phrase Wesley Snipes comedy special. What? Nobody, how did I not? Oh, God damn it. It's really hard. You know, it's, I don't know. Maybe he should make a comedy special, I guess. So I'll close out on something here. Before all of this pandemic happened, and I was getting into a real frame of mind of exploring myself and changing things up, and I was having some success with finding more about myself. And last year, I got right around this time, I got invited to and participated in my first sex party last year that I got to go to. And it was in St. Cloud, and it was like a swinger party, right? And I just want to say that whatever came into your mind about the phrase St. Cloud sex party, believe me, it was that. It was for sure. There was a potluck. There was a potluck at the start of the sex party, and throughout there were crock pots at the sex party. And I guess it was fun. It was fun in a manner of speaking, which is a very like euphemistic way of saying that I personally couldn't get it up the whole time. But I did have the experience, and I made a lot of very interesting connections. And now what's worrying me is that there is this pandemic, and what if that's it? What if that's the last sex party I got to participate in was a potluck in St. Cloud that I couldn't get it up at? Well, that might as well be the end of the world. Oh God. All right. Thanks, guys. I think I've talked for long enough now. I think you can release
Humans of the internet, give it up for John Stark.
John Stark!
Thank you.
A delightful favorite at the Monday Night Comedy Show.
Really?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
a nice thing to say.
John Stark, they wrote a song about you in the musical Guys and Dolls, and it goes, I love you a bushel and a peck. And that, you know what, as an art imitating life, we do love you a bushel and a peck. So happy you could join us. Happy Election Day tomorrow, John. And happy Election Day to each one of you watching the show here tonight. Even though you might have already voted, which bravo to you, the highest number of early votes have been cast in this election, which is very encouraging. The only downside is that they might have voted for the bad guy. So we don't want Cobra to be in charge of the nation. We'd like the Joes to have a win this year. So please vote. Vote your heart. If it's cold and black, remember to vote on the 4th. Your heart. But for those of you who believe in light at the end of the tunnel and and cry at Applebee's commercials like myself, just remember to vote tomorrow. If you haven't already. I'm going to vote tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping I get to stand in a long line of people who are procrastinators like myself. Anyway, I just want to plug something before we watch our next video. Fearless Comedy Productions is running a fundraiser on givemn.org. It's called Spooky Squad. And our dear friend, J Money, the motherfucking hawk, is a part of it. And we want you to go to givemn.org and donate to Fearless Comedy Productions because they're having a fundraiser for the next few weeks leading up to the November 19th Give to the Max Day. And I believe your donations, Kruger, are being matched by the JCs of Shakopee.
Yeah, there are donation matchings going on, and then there's also certain rewards you get if you do donate. So
List right now, but if you can spare $1,500, like we can't, right? As you do, just your dad owns a dealership and you want to donate to something, give to the Fearless Comedy Productions, and there's like a laundry list of cool things that they are willing to do for your donations, your kind donations. And we can't say enough good things about Fearless Comedy Productions because we have a lot of friends who are involved, not the least of which is J Money the motherfucking Hawk. And we love him and want to support everything he does outside of the Monday Night Comedy Show, except for the fact that he sells drugs to children. And he does. Yeah, no, he's you know what? No, I can't take it back because he has what does cocaine come in? Pounds or kilos? What is that?
I'm sorry. Are you trying to ask me a thing that I know nothing about?
I'm not. Oh, okay. Just not to don't want to incriminate yourself. J Money the motherfucking Hawk is the current most wanted man on the FBI's most wanted list for drug trafficking and also making delightful theater. So choose what you're mad at him about. I just wish I had the courage to actually do the things that you do, Kruger. And I'm just writing little hearts next to your name and everything. I actually really am.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Hearts. This is why we don't do improv at the Monday Night Comedy Show. Anyway, no one's killed me yet, like Highlander Battle to host this show.
Wait, that's all it takes?
That's all it takes. It's been way overdue. 13 and a half years. You really could have. Seriously. We got swords. Don't you worry. Anyway, we'll work on that later. But you know what? What's next is a video from the Bitter Baker, our friend Tiffany Norton. This is episode 11, and I love how you can tell that we're running these in order because this week is the Luck of the Irish Shamrock Cake Pops, her tribute to all things Irish, and it's super funny and a good recipe because they look delicious. And I'm saying that because I have diabetes. So you know that I like to eat. Put your hands together, everyone, for Bitter Baker, episode 11, Luck of the Irish Shamrock Cake Pops. Whoop. Woo!
Hello and welcome back to the Bitter Baker. Today we're celebrating everything St. Patrick's Day. I thought it would be interesting to dedicate a version of the Bitter Baker to all the stereotypes associated with the Irish. And I've decided to make Luck of the Irish Shamrock Cake Pops. Enjoy. On St. Patrick's Day, we actually celebrate the death of dear St. Patrick. He died March 17th, 461, which means we've been celebrating his life for over 1,500 years. Lives almost as long as some of my relatives. Now, of course, one of the most prevalent stereotypes about the Irish is that we drink too much. Now, there may be some truth to that argument. After all, Ireland did end up second out of 196 countries polled for their levels of binge drinking. Or as my grandpa Joe always used to say, what do Irish people do on vacation? Go to a different bar. One stereotype about us, though, I can get behind is that the Irish are a little lazy. I know I am. Today, when we make our cake pops, we're going to be using box mix and pre-made frosting. That's right, marshmallows designed by a company that has completely ripped off the identity of my people. All right, for step one, I'm going to make our cake mix. In a bowl with a mixer, put in 1 cup of water, a 1/3 cup vegetable oil, 3 large white eggs, blend until smooth. Add in your food coloring, which is 25 drops of green plus 2 drops of blue until it's combined evenly. And then pour your batter into the prepared baking tin. You're going to bake it at 350 degrees. It's going to be about 25 to 30 minutes. One of my least favorite phrases associated with St. Patrick's Day, though, is kiss me, I'm Irish. If I want to get a kiss from a stranger, I'll reunite with my father. After you've taken your cake out of the oven and let it cool for about 15, 20 minutes at least, maybe even more like an hour, you might want to pop it in the fridge to speed it up. You just want to trim the top and the sides off of it so that when you crumble this beautiful cake up, it's going to look exactly like the hills of Ireland, beautiful and green. We're going to break down the cake with our fingers and get it basically like fine granules. Then we're going to combine 2 tablespoons of white frosting. With your hands, you're going to combine the cake crumbs with the frosting until you get a crumbly mixture, but it can still hold together into little tiny balls. We're going to roll those out on a piece of wax paper pop to make it stay. What we're going to do is we're going to melt a small amount of the white chocolate, and we're just going to dip the tips of our cake pop sticks in the white chocolate, and then we're going to insert it into the cake pop itself, and then we're going to freeze it for 20 minutes. Here's another particularly annoying stereotype about the Irish is that we're overly friendly. I don't see it. And then we're going to add our crushed up Lucky Charms marshmallows to a plastic bag, smash them up. So what I'm going to do over a double boiler is I'm going to simply melt my Ghirardelli white chocolate. Once the balls are frozen and out of the freezer, we're going to dip it in the white chocolate, and we have topped them with our Lucky Charms marshmallows. One stereotype about the Irish that I can't fully disagree with is that the Irish people are violent. Now, of course, you've got Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. If you go to a local bar, you can get a shot called an Irish car bomb. This is a little fun fact. This is my Grandma Rose, and she's the inspiration for the Bitter Baker. And my great-grandmother immigrated from Ireland when she was 18 years old. She was employed by a wealthy family in New York City to watch their children. When the husband of the people that had employed her made a pass at her, my great aunt, who already lived in New York City, came over and beat him up with an umbrella. They're done. We're just going to stick them in some styrofoam to set up, and they'll be ready to enjoy in a little bit. And thanks again for tuning in for our St. Patrick's Day episode of The Bitter Baker. Tune in next time when I make My Brother Got Baked, Alaska.
Humans of the internet, give it up for the Bitter Baker.
Yeah! Got my microphone. Yeah, Bitter Baker. One more time for Tiffany Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to thank Tiffany for letting us watch all of her Bitter Baker episodes in order, but we really need everybody who's watching to go on YouTube, subscribe to her channel, The Bitter Baker, and then of course like all of the videos, and then you'll just be very cool and make us look cool, because she rolled the dice. She's like, nobody watches this show, and I'm like, I know, but maybe they'll watch more if we show your videos. Anyhow, you guys still having a good time? I said, are you having a good time? This pandemic fucking sucks. And the best part about it is the chosen few comics in the Twin Cities and beyond who say yes to doing our show and have persevered throughout this global pandemic when rooms left and right have shut down and are no longer doing comedy safely. I want to thank all the comics who performed tonight and have been doing the show since we've been online. You're doing it, man. It's awesome that you are. Thank you so much. All the comics, all the performers, everyone, musicians, everybody who's graced the Monday Night Comedy Show stage here at Nano Taco Studios or just streaming from their house. We effing love you and can't thank you enough. So keep doing it, because even though the pandemic is boring, that doesn't mean that it's over. So please keep wearing your mask in public and washing your hands, and don't touch people's faces without permission. That being said, finally we get to the in-studio portion of our night, where we get somebody other than me performing here at Nano Taco Studios, and we're super glad to have him. Everybody start freaking out. Make lots and lots of noise for Toby Shamu!
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hi, my name's Toby. Thanks for the energy. It feels great. I have not been having a great week. I've been fighting with my girlfriend, which I've never done before. So that's kind of all I could talk about for all day today, honestly. It just, what's hard for me is like, you love somebody. So you just kind of like put your heart in their hands and hope that they're careful. Like, it's too scary. um Speaking of relationships, my parents are politically ambiguous from each other. Yeah, I think that's the word. We're rolling with it. uh Essentially, my dad's a Democrat. I mean, my dad's a Republican and my mom's a Democrat, and it doesn't make sense because they're both kind of fronting, honestly. Like, they're both lying to each other about it. Like like, I would say, like, my dad says he's a Republican, but like, I don't know. He doesn't do stuff that I've seen him eat cereal with water. Okay. Like, I just feel like there's no Republicans that are making themselves that uncomfortable, like, at least definitely not at their expense, like they make Mexico pay for it or something. Uh, my mom, on the other hand, she's like the kindest woman alive, but she has a very mean side too. So I guess she does kind of fit like the Democrat bill. Actually, it works for her. I always like to say she taught me how to do my laundry the way that white people teach their kids how to swim. Just kind of throw you in there, you just gotta figure it out. you know, After you have enough of those brown streaks in your underwear, you'll learn how to clean them. So it worked for me. It really did. Um, my dad's a pastor, and that's probably why he's a Republican. This isn't an advertisement. Like, I don't want you to come to our church or anything. I just like have to get it off my chest sometimes because he tries to put a lot of pressure on me because I'm his son and I speak really well. He thinks I could take the reins and become the next pastor. I don't want to do that. I mean, like, for one, he's a Republican. For two, like, as a comic, I have to watch him bomb for an hour every Sunday. It's literally not worth it. And I mean, that joke's probably not worth going to hell, but we're rolling the dice. That's how it is. And if like I said, he wants me to kind of take the reins and be the next guy. And like, I just think it's too early, like, I'm a pastor's kid. I want to have my slut phase, like, I have to get it out of my system first before I can, turn to the Lord. I got to be a prodigal son. What else we got here? Like I said, he really wants me to kind of just take the reins and be the next guy, and I know I could do it because I have like cult leader energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the hand movements and the smiles, like, honestly, like, some of you guys, I can't see you online, but I can get at least like 5 of you to come to Utah. I have a little ranch, have some fun, drink the Kool-Aid. It'd be great. I mean, we probably all want some Kool-Aid after tomorrow anyway. So, yeah, it's kind of where we're at. I think that we kind of messed up though. Like, Joe Biden's, for all his faults, he's all right, but we really should have got Stone Cold Steve Austin to run against Trump because he's the perfect guy. He's an ex-wrestler. He knows how to catch people's attention. He's a big character, so like, Trump can't call him weak or lazy or anything because he knows he could beat his ass. And like, they have similar mottos, like, make America great again because Stone Cold said so. Like, okay, maybe not you guys, but like, those white people that believe in wrestling but not in racism. That's who we're aiming for, guys. Okay. And it'd be great because like, Stone Cold could do all these rallies and stuff, and his motto would work, and it'd be like, why should we legalize marijuana? Because Stone Cold said so. It would work. Why should we have a national mask mandate? Because Stone Cold said so. But then, some of these people get mad and they're like, why? We want to have our freedoms too. So Stone Cold has to meet them halfway and just be like, why shouldn't you fuck your cousin? Because it's the right thing to do. Oh, man. I wish. In a perfect world, One more and I'll leave you guys here. I just randomly, like, it hit me out of nowhere. My high school gym teacher used to call me Pimp in passing. Just like, hey, Pimp, how you doing? like, you know, the way you say buddy or chief. And I mean, like, it was high school, so I thought I was cool. But then, like, as I've gotten older, I realized, like, I don't have pimp energy. This isn't a pimp vibe at all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sound like a pimp. Like, I grew up in a 2-parent household. Like, I sound like this. It comes out this way. Like, I couldn't even be a pimp, even if I wanted to. Like, I'm college educated. They wouldn't be my hoes. They'd be my business associates. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be no, hey, bitch, your pussy stank. It's more like, Karen, I think your hygiene has been affecting your sales lately. Here's a spa day coupon. Take the day off. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much, especially you guys at home. Appreciate it.
Give it up for Toby Shaboom.
Oh, give it up for Toby! Yes! Oh my goodness. It's good to have people here in studio. If you would like to perform at the Monday Night Comedy Show, God knows we would love to have you. Yes, all you have to do is send a message with the in the subject line, a booking to mncs@twincities@gmail.com, or you can just check. Yes. Hi. What's up?
Oh, sorry.
What's happening? What?
I just wanted to point out one comment that we had, which was
what?
Somebody said.
Yeah, it's David said, seriously, thank you. Having this show has been a lovely constant thing to look forward to.
Is it David Mutter? He and Cora are like two of the best fucking people in the world. And thank you. We're super grateful for you watching us. So normally we take breaks because I'm lazy, but we're not taking any breaks. We haven't taken a break in a long time, not since early summer. But that's only because all the comics decided they had to wash their hair that night. But we had a lot of cancellations, so we had to cancel the show. But we're going strong well into this year. I think our last show of the year is going to be on the 28th of December. And then we're going to be back, the Monday after New Year's. And it's kismet because none of the major holidays fall on a Monday. And there's enough buffer where it's like, people are probably going to be home or whatever, But thank you. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for everybody who's commenting. And thank you to anybody who has the means and wants to tip the performers that you're watching tonight because they're so freaking wonderful. We do really appreciate it. And so we only have 2 in-studio comics. Our next in-studio comic is Wayne Burfine, but we're going to watch another video before he gets up here and closes out our show. Right Culture, episode 8, the final episode in the Right Culture series. The 8th one, of course. It's called White Machine. It's from Vane Mainstream. Once again, enjoy this video. Here you go.
Okay, now I am recording audio, so don't do anything that you'll regret.
Deal.
Nail in the coffin, boy, you better hope I'm inside. The available options have always been for keeping me satisfied. And holding notions open, it's selling me achieving the dreams. Because I'm as hopeful as a spokesman, turning the wheels on a white machine. You're so easily faceless when all your bodies stay overseas. And I don't need to be racist, there's other people doing it for me. No. Living loaded in lockdown and executing every scheme. Because I'm so close to being figured out. Pulling the trigger on a white machine. White culture. White culture. White culture, yeah. stand in a standout, please pay attention to me. My homeland is a handout, a breeding ground for feeding my family. I'm cold in California, I'm bred like a king and a queen, because I'm as valuable as alibis, plugging the power on a white machine. Now you believe in lies, thinking everybody wanna despise me. You can demonize, but you're never gonna demonetize me, baby, baby, baby. Never lonely, only isolated in a routine, yeah, because I'm cool, calm, and could be calculated. I am the white machine, white culture. White culture. White culture. White culture, yeah. White culture. Very fine people, very fine culture. White culture. Very fine people, very fine culture. I get that you white culture. Very fine people, very fine culture.
What's a white culture? I don't know. What's a white culture? What? What is the white culture? I don't know how to answer that. That's not a trap.
Humans of the internet, that was White Culture, episode 8 by Vane Mainstream, White Machine.
Everybody! Clap your hands here in studio. I should have taken a picture of it, but like everybody was watching the main monitor during the video, just not doing anything else. It was actually really cool to see, and I'm taking that with me to my grave. So thank you so much to Vane Mainstream. I can't tell you how honored we were to be able to show all your videos because they were fantastic. And you could tell a lot of heart and a lot of work was put into it over the last, I believe, 2 years. So complete body transformations and complete look overhauls. It's amazing. So I'm not sure if Vane wants his alter ego mentioned on this, but you did damn good. And if you don't like satire, this is not the show for you. So, yeah, all of those videos make you think and make you feel and make you want this place to be a little bit better. And tomorrow's the day. So please vote. Please, for the love of everything, just vote tomorrow. All right. And bravo to everybody who's done the voting already. But I'm going to take it to our correspondent, J Money, the motherfucking Hawk, to plug something. To plug something he is in regarding RPG games and helping sick kids. So, Kruger, take it away.
Hi there. I'm Jason Kruger. I'm not this blurry in real life, and I'd like to tell you about my friend Mike Shields' Extra Life fundraiser. So, Mike will write custom role-playing games for you. And I'm sorry, we're trying to fix a technical issue while I plug Mike's Extra Life because that's how we roll at the Monday Night Comedy Show. So Mike will be writing custom tabletop RPGs for anybody that decides to sign up for them and then gives a donation. The donations go to Children's Miracle Hospital Network, and I'll be sure to do some posting on the Monday Night Comedy Show, both for the fundraiser for Fearless for Give to the Max and the Extra Life fundraiser. And that is this weekend, this Friday and Saturday night. So if you would like someone to run a role-playing game for you and give that person a donation that will go to sick kids, you can go check out this Extra Life. So I'll be putting some information for that on the Monday Night Comedy Show page. But right now we're going to kick it back over to Andy.
Thank you. J Money, the motherfucking Hawk. Caca indeed. Both causes are very good. Obviously, sick kids are in need of some funds, and what better way than to roll a plus 12 Slay Troll spell, and I think that's a thing. I'm just, yeah. You just did. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, jeez, I made. If you talk Batman, I'll understand. Okay, just talk about how Gotham needs. Anyway, but what? Enough of that. So there are two things that we plugged tonight. Fearless Labs, Fearless Comedy Productions fundraiser. Go to givemn.org and give. It's being matched dollar for dollar from the JCs of Shakopee. And of course, Gift to the Max Day is November 19th. Your Facebook feed is going to be inundated with requests from all your friends who have nonprofits. So if you have the means, please give to them. What's the worst that could happen? They get funding and they make art, and the world is better. So gosh, it's just it's simple math. Speaking of simple math, what?
So last thing about the Fearless Gift to the Max fundraiser is there are various teams within Fearless. So the Spooky fundraiser is the one that I'm a part of. So there's other ones. Yeah, obviously.
Spooky. Yeah. Because Halloween is the best holiday of the year, and why not bring it into November? As you should. I believe if my watch is correct, Target has I believe 50% off all Halloween merchandise right now. Is it gone? They replace it with Christmas. Oh God, that's terrible. Michael's is another good place to get Halloween decor, and they leave it out for a little bit longer. So and by Halloween decor I mean just decor for your home, because it's year-round decor. Why not make your house look like the Addams Family mansion? That's normal for me. Anyway, speaking of normal, segue. Your next and last comic of this, the 596 Monday Night Comedy Show. It's a good friend of the show. He's been here a lot, but during the pandemic, he's only been here a couple times, so we're happy to have him here in studio at Nano Taco Studios in North Minneapolis. Put your hands together, everybody, for Mr. Wayne Orange Love Burford! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Hello, America. Hello, America. Hello, America. Savor your freedom tonight, because it's going to fucking change regardless which piece of shit wins. Who's with me? Vote third party. Okay. But no, seriously, but it's way too late. We went from the least number of people to show up to the most people to not show up but still vote. It's weird how that worked out. But hey, this pandemic that was put on by the Republican Democrat Party, that was created in China, that was created by a bat having sex with a guy eating a pig. What happened now? I forget how this whole thing works. Well, 4 years ago, you guys remember 4 years ago when we all thought it was hilarious that Trump thought he'd win? We were all like, oh, that's cute. This old Adderall benzo addict. He's not going to do what? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, fuck. I was driving through Wisconsin the weekend before, so almost exactly 4 years ago. I was driving through, and there's just Trump and Pence signs everywhere. Just everywhere. God, Wisconsin fucking loves Trump and Pence, especially around the gun ranges. And I'm just, the whole time I'm driving through, I'm just like, yeah, it's not going to happen. This fucking idiot. This fucking dumb, stupid head. And then that Tuesday, and I called in hating the world. Do you ever call in? Hey, Kruger, you ever call into work hating the world? You ever do that before? No, completely mental. No, not physical. All completely mental. Yeah, it sucks. It was a horrible day. Should I get sexy? He's taking a lot of pictures of me. I'm loving it. November, Kruger and Andrew already got a head start on their Movember. I'm proud of you. But you should shave your beards to really care about men. Why do you hate men so much? Are you afraid? Aren't you afraid you might get cancer in your butthole? I mean, now, yeah, because girls have a G spot, boys have a P spot, except boys can get cancer on that P. So you grow a mustache, It's been growing for 2 days. Just so you know, that's how well I'm doing, folks. My facial. Shut it. I'm just thankful the lighting makes it look like I kind of have a mustache. I'm a boy. It's not the longest I ever let it grow. It was from I had a goatee and it was 2.5 inches long, and that was after 4 months of growth. Yeah, worst part, it was arrow straight. Like, so when I would sleep, I'd be like, "Ow, what the fuck?" Ah! I couldn't look down at it because I was just stabbing the shit out of myself. I was like, if I had a voodoo doll on my chest, I'd hurt my chest because that sucked. But the thing that was really weird about growing the goatee was how many of my friends would go, "Hey, you look good with all that facial hair. You look good." And I was like, "Thanks." And then I started doing the survey amongst my friends that liked my facial hair. 100% dudes. All the guys loved my facial hair, telling me it was awesome. All my lady friends would walk up and go like, "Huh, your wife okay with that thing on your face? Yeah, people call it Movember. We call it no fuckvember. That's what we call it. It's just sleep on your side of the bed vember. Is that what it go? Well, it doesn't matter. Because my wife takes off for the first 2 weeks so she can go kill Bambi. She's a huntress, if you will. She's awesome. She has a muzzle loader, if you know what that means. Nerd. I'm just glad you piped up when I said nerd. I love you. It's one shot, one kill. It's the gun that the Second Amendment was based upon. That's why I don't have a problem with it. But isn't it also weird that a lot of anti-abortion people are also pro-Second Amendment? That's a weird thing, don't you think? I also think it's weird that there's a lot of vegans that are pro-choice. Anyway, we're all hypocrites. So, I can hear the silence across the state. Thank you. How did I walk the planet? Ugh. I got on a microphone in somebody's garage. You guys are beautiful. P-spot, me-spot, guy friends, girlfriends. All right. So, but what's happening now, because we're doing this whole pandemic bullshit, my wife and I are trying to get some like normalcy, get a kind of routine every day so we don't hate life so much. And what my wife has been doing is every month she kind of changes her game plan on what she's not going to eat, what she's going to do, like working out, eating better. She chose that we should try to get more vegetable heavy and also do more exercising, which includes yoga. Now, I don't know if you know this. If you switch to a heavy vegetable diet, when you do not eat the vegetable, your body doesn't care for it so much, and it tries to get rid of it in gaseous form. So what yoga and exercise will make your living room sound like the brass section of a 6th grade band. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, I guess wind instrument would be better, but boy, howdy, it was rough. Just tromboning the whole time while we're trying to do an upward dog. Or anyway, we're cute. Did you know that? You've seen us. Yes. But it's bad. Okay. Anyway, no, it's still staying. Yeah, 6th grade band. I'm just thinking about the loud, noxious farts that come out of my body when I'm trying to be better. I'm pretty sure the neighbors have called the cops on us a couple of times for weird smells. Another fun thing. I have friends that buy pets and then immediately turn into vegans. Like, I'll be like, let's go to the brisket buffet. And they'll be like, fuck yeah. And they're like, oh, I found this dog on Secondhand Hounds. I'm like, oh, that's adorable. And then the next time I see them, they're all like, I'm vegan. Like, they're like apologizing. Like, I don't care what you're doing. And then I was just like, holy shit. You thought about eating your fucking dog, didn't you? Oh, that's why you're sorry. You're sitting there just like, I wonder what that would taste like. Oh, God, I'm a vegan. Sorry. You haven't met Maria. Okay. So, let's see here. So we're talking about my wife. Oh, she's taking off. Yeah, she's leaving in a couple days. She's going to go hunting. She's going to kill Bambi's family. It's great. I don't care. I didn't grow up with hunting, so I don't care for it. I also have a very short attention span. The only time I went hunting, I lasted a half an hour until I was asking when we could leave. That's not how hunting works. I don't even know that, but that's how it worked for me that day. But the thing is, like, my father-in-law, he's awesome. I love him to death. He's a great guy. And he's always asking me if I want to go hunting. He wants to go hunt because he knows I'm former military, and he's seen me shoot. I can kill shit. As long as it doesn't have emotions or a soul, but I can shoot the shit out of a milk carton. Okay. And but the thing is too, like they eat the venison, and I've figured out ways to cook it so I'll actually like it because I don't care for the gaminess. And I found out Indian spices are fantastic because it tastes like Indian spices and nothing else. It's all textural after that. That's why it's good. But I served it up to my father-in-law. Old guy, doesn't care for spicy stuff, but I still made him a good batch, and he was like, "Wow, this is really, really good. Are you going to come hunting with us this year?" And I finally was like, "Yeah, I think I will come hunting with you, but I'm going to use a pistol." And he was like, "No, that's not how we hunt. We don't use pistols." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do pistols, and I'm going to do it execution style, motherfucker, right? Because I want this piece of shit to know what's going down. I'm going to have that deer by the antler. I'll be pointing the gun in his face. We're like, you did this to yourself. You overpopulated this section. This is why I'm doing it. Look at your family. Apologize to your family. You did this." And my father-in-law was like, "That's twisted." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not the one hiding in the shadows." I don't know why I wrote this down, but Toby's, I wrote Stone Cold 316, more like Stone Cold 47, right? Because he's going to be the president after the next one. Okay. Also, Andrew, cocaine comes from balloons and buttholes. Hey, guys, I've been Wayne Burfine. Go check off manukoff.com and Manukoff on Instagram. Get some shit. Holidays are coming, and I got to buy stuff for my kids. All right. I don't have kids. But thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Humans of the internet, give it up for Wayne Burfine.
Yeah, Wayne! Wayne Burfine! Ah! 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 I switched mics. Is that okay that I switched mics? I took Wayne's.
I don't control things. You
Nothing.
just contaminated yourself, probably.
Nothing matters. I'm not. Oh.
You are just less than safe now. Too late now.
I'm at risk too because I got the beaties. You know what? You know what matters is, of course,
that makes it easier for me to beat you in the Highlander fight if you catch
we are okay. This just in. We are going to have a Highlander fight for control over the show live on the internet at the Monday Night Comedy Show. Oh God, it's like Everclear. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, cat. Oh God. Oh, why does it smell like vomit? Like I've already vomited.
escalated a lot from the Nerf guns.
Oh Jesus. I've been drinking vodka all night, and just breathing that in made me more drunk. That's
So, someone's been commenting in the stream.
Does someone have a name?
I think it is probably the person that's doing the Extra Life thing. And one of the things they said, because I was commenting, was if you did want to donate to their Extra Life, you could play an RPG where you were effectively Batman for a few hours.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would play that game.
That's the type of thing that you could do if you donate to his Extra Life.
But see, the thing is with games and me, I need to have unlimited weapons and unlimited lives because I'm very frustrated. I stopped playing games after Tomb Raider 2 because of this.
That sounds like you need to donate a lot of money.
I do. Can you make me an immortal god and also Batman? But anyway, did you put are we putting the link? We're putting the links on our Facebook page. Monday Night, Facebook.com/Monday, the MNCS. I always forget where we are. I don't know. We need a website. If anybody does web development, I just renewed our domain that we've had since 2009, and we've had a website, I think, for about 4 months in total since that. No one knows? No, it doesn't. I know that's a joke. Everybody knows how to do that in this room. Anyway, we got a lot. Did you put the banner up saying this is the end of the show?
Oh yeah.
Can you do that? Because I'm gonna. Can we fill time? Can I fill time? Not really. Not well. Oh, we go. Thus ends the Monday Night Comedy Show. This is the 596th Monday Night Comedy Show. Want to thank some people before we give you our Better Vote Tomorrow speech. J Money the motherfucking Hawk. Caw, thank you, of course. Say May of the internet and the underground. We love you. We wish you were here. And next week, we're going to sing happy birthday to you. But November 5th is May's birthday. So be sure to send her happy birthday greetings. Ronnie, wherever you are, hopefully you're watching the rebroadcast of this. We love you. And thank you to V, Kat, Shane, Whitney, Carly, and Jeff here at Nano Taco Studios.com. Thank you so much. Nano Taco Studios. Be sure to bookmark nanotacostudios.com so you can see rebroadcasts of this show and all the other programming that they offer. And if you're in need of a place to produce video, like super quality video, because if they can make this sow's ear into silk purse, they can literally do anything. They have a magic wand and also a time machine. I'm not sure how science works, but they work it. And they do damn good work. So, hey, Jeff, what's happening? Are you guys saying hi to each other? You're doing video things? Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay. This is about me right now, though. Okay, so stop it. So I'm like talking, adjust me. God, big shooter, gross. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Vote tomorrow. Please vote tomorrow. If you haven't already, vote tomorrow. Not voting in this election is not edgy or cool or radical. It's just giving up. It's surrendering, you fucking coward. Yes, we understand that there are other candidates besides the two, that besides Trump with a small T because he hasn't earned a big T, and then and Biden. We understand that. We're voting for something else. We're voting for the evil to get the fuck out of the system, and then we can start working on the rest of the progress. The most important thing tomorrow is to get 45 out of fucking office. I don't want 4 more years of this because I have a son who I care about, and I don't want him to live in a world where Donald Trump is president of the United States. Because believe it or not, I love this country. You know what? It's corny as shit. You know, the Lee Greenwood song, Proud to Be an American, I sang it during a 4-H thing years and years ago, and I was like, wow, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life. No, I've done lots of stupider things since. But you know what? I look back fondly at that dumbass shit, and I was wearing a Uncle Sam costume at that 4-H pageant for 4th of July. I think it was in the early 90s. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I am a patriot of this country, and I believe in the people who fought for this country and all the people who are going to continue to fight. People have fought for years and were denied the right to vote for years. Don't say fuck you to them by not voting. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. It is the worst possible thing. Please vote. Please vote your heart. Just fucking do it. I don't care if you post on Facebook that you voted for Donald Trump or Biden or whoever I don't know. Is Ralph Nader on the ticket this year? Is it not this year? No, it's cool. I voted for Nader once. I won't do it again because oh God, yeah, it was it was. Anyway, who is?
Don't vote for Kanye.
Kanye's not on the fucking ticket anymore, is he? If you vote for Kanye, I'm gonna die and I'm gonna haunt you. I swear to God, I am.
Look, Amy, here's the thing, man. The only way you should vote for Ye is if it's, well, I don't know if I should vote for Trump or Kanye. Better be Kanye, because don't vote for fucking Trump.
That is true. Yeah, don't just whatever. Just vote tomorrow. Vote for Biden. Just do it, okay? Because maybe Biden will kick it, and then we get Kamala, and that's fucking cool prospect. So anyway, God, thanks for watching. That's our show, and we're gonna be back next week. And next week we get to sing happy birthday to May. And remember that you have this one life, and it can be short. Stop fucking around and live it. Stay awesome, and we'll see you Monday. Stick around for some weird content on Nano Taco. We're going to play an outro and be done. All right. That's our show. Thank you. Stay awesome. Bye, guys. Citizens of the planet, the Monday Night Comedy Show is the longest running comedy showcase in the Twin Cities. Our choices have sometimes been questionable.
This goes out to all those people who didn't believe in me when I was just starting out. Now I'm going viral.
We were once called the weirdest show in town, and over the years, we lost some of that. We're happy to announce that bringing the weird back to the MNCS is an item on our to-do list. We ask that you take a chance and watch us each week at 8 p.m. Central. We're not only going to bring you a safe and fun way to see performers from all over the metro area, but all over the country and the world. We are the Monday Night Comedy Show. We've been doing this for over 13 years, so we almost sort of have an idea of how this works. Stay awesome and see you Monday.
Oh.